Even in a state of no contact, your specific person is feeling the energy that you're dominantly in. So here is how that works in terms of a quantum connection, the quantum realm, and your actual assumptions. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're talking about your specific person and how it actually works for your SP to be feeling your energy and connecting and reflecting where your focus is, because that's at the center of any manifestation. So explaining to you guys that even if it feels like nothing's changing or visible, or you're not even maybe in contact right now, things are happening. So stay tuned to hear all my thoughts. I have lots of pieces of advice to give you guys today, talking about quantum physics, the logical side of manifesting to help keep you calm and focused. So stay tuned to watch through the video with that, and do subscribe if you haven't yet. It would mean a lot to me. There's a lot of viewers who watch my videos and then don't subscribe. If you do, it's actually easier to find it on your homepage. You let YouTube know you want to see my content, and it would mean a lot to me. On screen as well, right before we pop into everything. No, I'll pop up my information before we get into everything. So all my coaching, how to get extra support, one-to-one help, just everything that you can get regarding my coaching, manifestation content, it's all linked below. So take a look, and now let's start. Your energy is more powerful than, time, distance between you and your SP, logical circumstances, all these elements. Your energy surpasses it. It's more significant. It matters way more. Those are just more, constructs, subjective opinions, things, maybe like more social constructs, that kind of thing. It doesn't actually matter, and it certainly isn't going to stop you from manifesting what you want. Your energy is the main focus. Your energy is the center point of everything. If you're in, I'm not saying necessarily that it ties into emotions or that, it's the law of attraction style of teaching, but if your energy is really low, anxious, negative, not connected to the end result, then you're really going to struggle to get in that state, feel motivated, feel focused, visualize, embody it mentally, and you're probably not really going to connect to the end result, to the quantum reality that you want. So it's your thoughts, your emotions, all your assumptions, basically everything going on internally. That's what's creating your dominant quantum frequency. When you're connecting to the version of reality you want, you need to mentally embody it. So it's not that if you have bad emotions, you're not going to manifest, or that you have to feel it real. That's not what feel it real necessarily means with law of assumption. You don't have to feel the emotions. It helps. It's going to help you embody it, and just imagine it already as if you're physically experiencing it now, and you're telling that quantum frequency, this is what I'm connecting to, where I feel loved, committed to, prioritized, just valued and loved overall. So it does help, but it's everything together. The way you think, the assumptions you have, where are you repetitively putting your focus, what is going on in your internal state, that's what's creating that frequency, that connection, where the energy is connecting to your specific person. So when it comes to quantum entanglement, I'm not getting too far into that. That's more of like a in-depth scientific term. But once you have that connection, once you form that, connection, you're always going to have that connection, and every reality already exists. So it's not that suddenly you are, disconnected, you have no contact with your SP, and it's super far off and unrealistic to manifest. It already exists. It's already real. It's just a case of you internally connecting to that, internally accepting that as your reality. And your subconscious mind doesn't even your subconscious mind doesn't communicate and take things on verbally. So it's not that the way your logical mind will think, well, in visual form as well, obviously visualizing and imagining memories, but it's more verbal, it's more thoughts, where you're having an inner conversation in your inner voice throughout the day. Your subconscious thinks visually. It takes on visuals, visions. That's why visualizing is so powerful, because it goes into the subconscious and it tells your mind, this is a memory, this is something I'm imagining, therefore it's real, it exists. And the more you apply repetition, the better, but yeah, that's a whole different topic. So your subconscious mind is going to focus on the dominant patterns. Where's that repetition coming from? Where is your focus going? And the more you can tie in your thoughts, your emotions, your energy to your specific person already being the version you want, already giving you, the love, commitment, pursuing you, choosing you, showing you that you're their focus, you're the person they want. The more you're strengthening that energy being fed back to them, the more they're going to reflect it. Their behavior, their words, they're conforming. They feel that energy. So it might not be literally, obviously, oh, Alexa is thinking this. Alexa just created a connection with me energetically. It's not like that. It's very subtle. It'll be maybe a bridge of events, inspired action, them thinking a certain way. That's more what it would look like. So when you're telling yourself your affirmations, even, you know, in terms of self-concept, like I'm chosen, I'm loved, your specific person is engaging with and feeling that frequency, that energy, that dominant focus. And yes, it's tied to the words. That's why, you know, robotic affirming works with law of assumption as well. You can literally just think, you know, your affirmations, think a statement. It's not that you have to create this quantum connection. You have to focus on that. It comes about naturally. But I'm saying how your energy is going to affect your SP. And yeah, it's delving more into the side of quantum physics. And when you say, I'm chosen, I'm loved, or SP loves me, SP wants me, SP's texting me right now, that is kind of like the frequency that's being broadcast to them. And what just came to mind, a cute reference, cute analogy, is 10 Things I Hate About You, that film. Absolute classic, I love it. It's also based on a Shakespeare play. Is it Much Ado About Nothing? Or yeah, Midsummer Night's Dream? I can't remember. Anyway, the point is, when Heath Ledger's character takes the, not microphone, what is it called? He announces, basically broadcasts to the whole school as he's singing, and he's like serenading the main character. So it's kind of like that. Your affirmations are being subconsciously, in a more subtle way, kind of through thought transmission as well, being, you know, broadcast to your specific person. So it's literally going to lead to an energy signature change. The energy you're feeling, the energy you're embodying, the quantum energy you're projecting, and therefore that, you know, they're connecting to, it completely shifts. They feel that shift. They connect to that shift. It might be, like I said, through your self-concept. They might start to see you differently, miss you, think of you if you're physically in no contact. You know, they might just like internally start thinking of you more, and in a obviously positive way, but they're literally going to engage with and connect to that energy shift in you, whether they want to or not. It's going to happen naturally for them. It's not going to be forced or negative. It's going to be done in a positive way for them. And whatever your dominant new story is, your dominant focus, so hopefully it's repetition, a mental diet if you start to think the opposite throughout the day, so that the majority of your thoughts about the topic of SP are positive, they are going to connect with that. They're going to have to reflect, because of the law of assumption, your new assumptions, what you're building into, where your repetition is going. Certain things that may occur, and I'm not saying this has to happen for you or that it will happen in the next few days. The physical 3D reality shifting is a bit different for everyone, so don't panic or try and apply a time frame. But a lot of people, when they work on this inner shift, they get the action, they get the reflection. Their SP will, you know, suddenly unexpectedly contact them, call them, text them. You do start to, in one way or another, see that shift happening. It isn't that you're taking action, you're trying to force it to happen. Something needs to physically happen in your 3D reality. You're not taking action. You're changing your internal focus, your internal state, and that inner frequency, the quantum frequency that you connect to, and they are feeling that energetic shift. So it's totally normal to react during this time and for it to be kind of triggering, because that silence or that no contact, or, you know, the lack of seeing the end result, it's going to maybe trigger or bring up old assumptions, the old story, old wounds that you may be struggling with. That's why self-concept sometimes helps a lot to do, you know, in tandem with your SP affirmations. So it can bring things up to the surface, which it's better not to panic over that. Let it go. Don't analyze it. Just say, okay, it's being brought up to the surface and being pulled out. It's being cleansed out of my mind. See it in that kind of context, and use that as your opportunity to literally reaffirm and rewrite the old story. Reaffirming the new story, I mean, rewriting what happened and saying, this is actually my reality. This is actually what's going on, and it's in my favor. So something you can say, or just an example, and the kind of mindset you should be coming from, is using that as an opportunity, your mental diet, or if you're reminded of this topic, they feel it. They're already shifting. It's mine. It's already done. They are here in my reality as the version I want. You're reaffirming and connecting to the energy and the dominant just mental focus overall of, this is my end result. It's here now. With your own inner conversations, hear them say to you what you want to hear. So that's a little extra kind of task and kind of thing I would probably say more to members or clients, but it's part of your mental diet as well, thinking positive thoughts throughout the day about your desire. Have those inner conversations where they are repeating back to you, you know, I'm this version, the version you want in your reality, and just hear them reaffirm that to you. So remember that no contact doesn't mean that no movement is occurring. Movement's always happening if you're persisting, if you're putting in effort, and try not to question or overanalyze and get triggered, because it can be, because recognizing a thought or having an emotional reaction is one thing, but getting completely triggered and spiraling and feeding into that and letting that to like completely dominate your entire state and mood for the day, try and shift that around from, you know, why aren't they contacting me? Why aren't they shifting? Why aren't they coming in? Why have I not seen anything yet? Why are we still in no contact? Those are the kind of things you want to flip around and say, no, they're already the ideal version. They're already contacting me. I've already received the text. I've already received the call. They are my ideal version. They've already fully conformed. It's done. You know, shifting it around, turn it around immediately, because you don't want to connect to that as your dominant state, even if it was the old story, and especially if it was the old story. You want to let go of that, try and turn it back around into the positive end result, and reaffirm your new assumption, because that's the quantum frequency that you're going to connect to. You're going to shift your entire reality to align more with that version, because that's where you're putting your focus. So try and make that your intention throughout the day. Really, that's all you need to do. Think and focus as if it's already here, even if it seems unbelievable right now. So I think I'm going to leave this video here. I hope you guys enjoyed, found that useful. If you did, please do thumbs up, subscribe, turn on that notification bell, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.